Alright, and we are live back again, folks, with a TNA Impact review this time. On this new year, 2015, January the 7th. Yes. I'm your host, Tony, with my co-host, as always, the Bizarre One, Dave. How are you doing tonight, Dave?
Good to actually be doing TNA videos again for a change.
Yeah, it's been about a year and not a year, sorry, about a month and a half since we did a TNA video. To keep you re-informed, TNA left Spike TV, joined a new channel in Destination America. Not a lot of people have it in America, but I think most people do, but not a lot. So they're on a new channel. Yeah, for the last about 2 or 3 weeks, they've been showing highlight shows, so they haven't really done an Impact since about mid-November. So this is their first official Impact. They're going to be, I guess, their season premiere, I guess if you want to call it, will be next Friday. That's their regular time slot. But anyways, let's jump in it. TNA has a new intro now. More, I would say, realistic or intense. Your thoughts, Dave?
Yeah. I was actually listening to him like, I kind of like this. In the video, it showed them driving, like they were driving from Spike TV to Destination America. I kind of got that kind of vibe from it. I enjoyed it. I actually liked the video. And I like how it all concluded with, like, Bobby Lashley's friends. Friends going out and brawling. And the opening was a little bit corny, how you just seen them all of a sudden brawling, but because it was obvious the video was shot like probably months ago. But still, it was cool. It was a little corny how it started, but other than that, it was kind of cool seeing the big brawl start, and that's how you welcome TNA Wrestling or Impact Wrestling to Destination America.
Yes. I didn't really care for the darkness around the crowd. I didn't really care for that too much, but I mean that's here nor there. I don't want to complain too much about the show. It's a pretty good show tonight, other than a couple of things. But let's jump right into it. Like you said, they've started brawling, and like the whole roster was brawling, of course. Even Roode and Lashley. Kurt Angle ends up coming down to pretty much stop everything from going down. He says this is Impact Wrestling. He asks the fans if they want this fight to continue. He says that Low-Key will defend his title tonight. Taryn Terrell will defend her title tonight. The tag titles will be on the line. And, of course, the World Championship. MVP gets in the ring and asks if he's going to announce about how he's, as Director of Operations, assaulted him. Fans started chanting, "Shut the fuck up," which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, because there was some the crowd was hot tonight too. I mean, that's another thing that gave the show another point, because you had a hot crowd on tonight's show.
Yeah. MVP pretty much dared Kurt to hit him. He said that Kurt should have been fired when he put his hands on him the first time. He said he beat Kurt's ass so bad last time that Kurt won't hit him now, and Kurt is a shadow of the man he used to be, and he remembers Kurt Angle that made people tap out and weren't afraid of. He said Kurt in 1996 was a gold medalist, but 2015 Kurt has a suit and a tie and has no balls. Let's see. Kurt says he's done as TNA Director of Wrestling Operations. Kurt says he was activated as a wrestler on the show 15 minutes ago, so it'll be Kurt Angle versus MVP in a street fight. Before we get into the first match of the night, which was Kurt Angle and the MVP in a street fight, we saw a new commentator on the table now, and that is Josh Matthews. He is taking the the spot of Mike TNA. What did you think about Josh Matthews tonight?
I found him really enjoyable. I mean, it was weird watching TNA, I'll admit, without Mike TNA's voice calling TNA, because I'm not saying nothing bad about Mike TNA, but I mean, he has called every single Impact episode since it's been on TV. Just seemed a little odd not hearing Mike TNA's voice. But it was actually a refresh, and it was nice because Josh Matthews is more in tune with today's wrestling fans than Mike TNA might be.
Yeah.
So I really like Josh Matthews. I think this is a great move, I think.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I didn't mind him. It was kind of weird, like you said, not hearing Mike today. And they said that he's now going to be doing the Saturday show, I believe it's on Saturday. So I'm not sure what exactly the show is, but they're doing.
Impact Unlocked, where you're going to get more exclusive stuff on it, I guess. Like, I don't know. There's going to be interviews, too, I take it. Or, like, tonight, we'll get into it, but I guess we're going to start off with this match. We can just talk about other stuff. We'll continue on with other stuff we liked about the show, too.
Yeah, well, he interviews Storm.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to talk about the match first or not.
No, well, Storm didn't really say much. I mean...
No, I meant the street fight.
Oh, yeah. The street fight was not really meant to street fight. No weapons were...
And I like that. Because you're thinking, oh, great, here we go again. Hardcore match after hardcore match, you know? And it was basically just them wrestling in pants. Jeans or whatever he was wearing. And it was actually a pretty good match to start off Impact. I mean, you were thinking they were going to bust out trash cans and all that. And nothing. They just wrestled basically with no rules.
Yeah.
And it was a good, which I would have loved to see this match maybe build up, you know? Like for another big Impact episode. But it worked for tonight. I mean, you had two big famous XWE stars wrestling the first match, which it kind of worked.
Well, the crowd was hot for Kurt, and, you know, it was nice to see him back. He ends up getting the win. He hits him with the angle slam. Fans chant, "You still got it," which I thought was kind of weird because I never thought he lost. Yeah, they cut to
that. He hasn't wrestled in a while.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
can see that, I guess.
Yeah. Backstage, MVP is upset because Kenny King was not out there. Kenny King says he was with the girls. MVP says Lashley needs to be reminded why he's champion in the first place. He's going to look for Lashley. Then they show Josh Matthews that he's a new commentator. But yeah, I like him as a new commentator over Mike TNA. Mike TNA ends up interviewing Storm. Doesn't really say much. It's the same old stuff with him. But
I mean, his promo was bad though. I mean, as much a lot of people don't like because they feel like he's ripping off Bray Wyatt, but I mean, it is what it is. They're not really the same character, but they seem similar. Bray Wyatt and James Storm's new Revolution.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Next, we did get the tag match with the Revolution versus the Wolves, who were the challengers in the match. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy were at ringside because they will be facing these two guys, the Wolves, that is, next week on Impact on Friday. Yeah, the Wolves end up getting the win because of the Hardys getting involved.
No, actually, the Revolution went because James Storm hit him with a super kick and pinned him.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I meant the Revolution win because the Hardys get involved. Because the Revolution, Sonata, and Matic kept getting involved at ringside. The Hardys then tried to intervene and help out. You know how that happens. They end up hurting the Wolves, causing Revolution to win. So they retain the titles. I mean, the tag match was good. I didn't really mind it too bad.
Settled down. You know what I mean? It's like it didn't really settle down into a tag match, really, to me. It just seemed like a bunch of couple spots here and there. It didn't really settle down as a tag match to me. I mean, it was like, okay, this match the crowd's still really hot, so, it never really settled in to me. It was a good match, but to me, the match never really settled down, like, into being a good tag match. It was still pretty good. To me, it didn't feel like it settled in.
Right. Next, we got backstage segment of MVP. He's berating Lashley in the locker room area. MVP says Lashley is the leader and calls the shots. Lashley puts MVP up against the wall and says it's not about MVP, it's about him getting his title. MVP says, you put your hands on me, let's go, Kenny. Good luck on your title match tonight. And MVP and Kenny King leave. Jeremy Borash gets in the ring. Calls out, let's see, yeah, he's about to introduce someone, but Ethan Carter interrupts. He says he's sorry for interrupting, but it's the year of EC3. He says it's fact that he is very good and is unbeaten for 15 months. Just picking on Borash. Spud ends up getting he ends up calling out Spud, but is getting attacked by Tyrus. Tyrus ends up bringing him out. Borash ends up slapping EC3, which ends up leading into EC3 grabbing Borash and shaving the top of his head. I'm not really sure where they're leading with this. Any ideas?
No, but I want to talk about something before this because I really enjoyed EC3's interaction with the crowd. I mean, when he went up to that guy and he started saying, you can't wrestle, and then the crowd started getting into it, like, you can't wrestle, yes he can. I mean, the guy is just a world champion just in the waiting. I mean, he is perfect on the mic and he can wrestle.
Yeah, EC3.
He has that factor that people say they're looking for in a next top superstar.
Yes.
I mean, his stuff is enjoyable. You're not bored when he comes out and talks. You're actually very entertained. He's a great heel.
Yes, EC3 is very good. Definitely the future of TNA, and I hope he gets the TNA title very, very soon. But I think right now he's injured, so or recovering from surgery or something like that.
But the way they used him tonight and like this was great.
Yeah, get that heat. But yeah, he was very good tonight. I guess we'll see what goes on with him next week and see what goes and leads on with EC3. But next we got an awesome match between Low-Ki and Austin Aries for the X Division Championship, where we saw a new X Division champion crowned, and that was Austin Aries. Awesome match, I thought.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match too. I mean, I was kind of weird, like, okay, how are they going to do this when you're watching it? Because, okay, it's like the only champions that were still the champions, certain ones are from the last show and Spike, but it's like, okay, Austin Aries is a bigger superstar than Low-Ki. I mean, he was TNA World Champion last year, or maybe 2 years ago, whatever it was. And it was kind of like, if he loses to Low-Ki, this would be huge for Low-Ki's career. But then they went the Austin Aries route, where Austin Aries ended up winning the X Division title, which I like that. Because it gives that title more meaning again, I think, with Aries as the champion. And I mean, one thing else I want to talk about, we don't really touch on yet, is the new way they're doing. They say they're pulling back the curtain, so to speak, where you can see more of kind of reality-based. Where you're seeing guys sitting there at the table working on stuff and shots in the locker room. I actually like that kind of stuff. I thought it was kind of cool.
Right. But yeah, Austin Aries is your new X Division champion, and I guess we'll see where they go from there. Next we had the TNA Impact Championship match that ended up being a battle royal We had Velvet Sky, Gail Kim. I'm sorry?
I didn't know what you were saying at first, but yeah, the Knockouts Battle Royal, yeah.
Yeah. Gail Kim, Madison Rain, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, Rebel, Havoc, introduced, the Bromance came out and introduced Robbie E. back to TNA.
Yep.
Nothing really special with that, but let's get into the match itself with the TNA knockouts. So, Taryn ends up winning it all, knocking out Gail Kim. Gail Kim, right? No. Havoc at the end. Havoc ends up attacking her after the match. The lights then go out. They turn on, and it's Awesome Kong face to face in the ring with Havoc. The referee gets in Kong's face as Havoc leaves the ring. Kong chokeslams the ref, and her music plays. What'd you think of all that?
This was probably one of the really cool moments of tonight. There's a few of them that are really cool, but I like this moment because you seem like the past and the future, kind of like that thing. I like that, and I like how they did the lights out thing, and they brought him up, and it was someone, and then everyone like knew who she was, so that was a plus because it was Awesome Kong, it was TNA. And, I mean, I don't know, it just seems like they used the spot right, and they just tweeted it out, the return of Awesome Kong, so I don't know if this means she's signed a contract with them, and she could possibly be facing her down the road, which would be really cool to see Kong used as a face, because when she was in TNA, she was always the heel.
Right.
So I'd be intrigued to see that. Or either in TNA.
Yeah. So let's get into the next match, and that was the main event. Before that, they announced that Hardys and the Wolves will be facing each other next week on TNA on Friday night. That is, it's not on Wednesday next week, guys. It's going to be on the regular time slot on Fridays on 9 Eastern, I believe. Correct? Yes, 9 Eastern. Main event: Bobby Lashley versus Bobby Roode.
Battle of the Bobbies.
What did you think of this match?
I thought it was a match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match.
Match was good. Ending of the match. MVP.
Go ahead. We'll give our different opinions on it.
They showed a video clip of MVP backstage bringing in two masked men. One heavy-set fella, one's a kind of a skinny guy. They end up getting involved in the world title match. End up helping Bobby Lashley.
And Eric Young as well. Still there? Still there?
Hello. Dave? Oh, Lord. We are very sorry for these technical difficulties. Oh, gosh. But yeah, um, it ends up being Samoa Joe and low key. Looks like MVP has a new faction now. Uh, Not sure what it's all about. I guess we'll have to tune in next week to find out what that's all about. Overall, I thought TNA Impact tonight was pretty good. You know, the low key Austin Aries match was pretty good. I thought the main event was pretty good. The match itself with Lashley and Bobby Roode, I really didn't. I mean, I liked the faction. I mean, I really liked Samoa Joe by himself, but I know MVP, Samoa Joe, and Low Key are buddies, so maybe they got something going on there. But other than that, I really don't understand another group. But I guess I can't really judge until we really find out what goes on with these with these guys. Um, the new channel itself is kind of weird. It was different not seeing no like hashtags on the screen. They just had a little bit one in the corner, which was just Destination Impact. Um, I mean, that's nothing. I'm not going to complain about that. I just thought it was different. Um, I guess we lost Dave. I'm trying to send him an invite. I guess he can't join. Um, I thought Josh Matthews was really good. I'm glad he's on the commentator table. Him and Taz seem to click very well, even though they never really, I don't think, commentated together before. They may have on WWE. I'm not really too sure, but they sounded pretty good together. Um, EC3 was good in his little promo. I really enjoyed the intro to TNA Impact. Had a really serious feel to it. Um, yeah, that's about it. Um, Dave and I will definitely start doing TNA Impact reviews. I would love to start doing them on the day they have the night. I'm sorry, TNA Impact does their shows. It's just Friday nights are kind of hard because you never know what you might do on a Friday night, so it's just kind of hard. So definitely during the weekend we will be doing TNA Impact shows. Overall, TNA tonight was really good. Really enjoyed the show. I'm really curious to see what they do with Bobby Lashley. Definitely think they have a face turn in the future with him. I thought tonight maybe Bobby Roode was going to join MVP, but it doesn't look like that's happening. Oh, I'm sorry. Eric Young also joined. Eric Young also joined the MVP's group. So Eric Young, MVP, Kenny King, Samoa Joe, and Low Key all in the group right now. Not sure where they're going with this. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sorry. And Bobby Lashley, the champion. So, Bobby Lashley looked confused, not like he didn't know what was going on. So, I guess maybe, we have to turn in and check out next week on Friday night to see what goes down. I would love to hear what everybody thought about tonight's Impact. Just please comment or like the channel or subscribe if you like. We do Monday Night Raw reviews and pay-per-view reviews as well. So I hope everybody can join us then as well. Thank you, everybody, for watching our last WWE Raw review. We will be back this Monday with our Monday Night Raw review, and then this weekend with our Impact review. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. Impact was really good. Go check it out. Pretty sure it's on right now. I'm sure they're going to show replays, I think, for the rest of the night, possibly over the weekend maybe. So check it out on 286 on Thrive TV. So I know that's on my channel. So you guys have a good one. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you this Monday.